The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers.
And now, your 2025 Carolina Panthers.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He's going well so far. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe, because the finish to last season was his best football yet.
They're going play action. Young. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Well, I imagine that first play woke him up as they get set now for 2nd and long. Young working from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Incomplete.
That was Tataroa McMillan he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. You got to help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Jump off, caught by his back. A nice run here past the 35. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Shotgun give now to Dowdle. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's able to get the target on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 8 yards.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it.
Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Fitzgerald sends this through. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Set to return it. Here's Cody White. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
The 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Walker on first down. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's brought down at the 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Back to Walker on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Panthers bringing out a fifth defensive back on third. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Throwing is Darnold on third down. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now a fourth down, staring right at him. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Well, this upcoming week, Brock, a big one for all of us here in the Madden community. It is the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Chance for all of us to celebrate our namesake, the impact he's had on the sport we love across an incredible week of games. It all begins with Green Bay at Detroit on Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to continue all the way through to the bookend. Giants at Patriots, a rematch of a couple of Super Bowls on Monday night. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
It's Young, the throw here on first. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
33-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That ball is out. Young lost it. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, I think I hear the warning sirens. You hear them, Kate? I think they just got quieted. Because that run right there gave them enough room from the goal line where you should feel comfortable calling anything in your playbook.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Darnold now to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's complete. Play made by Cup. Tackle made right around the 26.
It's a gain of
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of
The
downs.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Now Darnold. Barner's got it. It's complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Second and 3 now. Now Darnold off the play action. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Toss play. This is Walker. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Offense to the line. Second down. From the gun, Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However brought in, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
6-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Hubbard with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll go with Dowdle on the run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
It's now third and
Hey, look,
17.
beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Third and long for him here. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Sam Martin on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Feels this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Darnold to throw. A throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Darnold. This is brought in. Big game for Smith-Njigba. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
With a quick pass at one. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. It's Walker on the option. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Here's a screen now for Walker. On the move into the red zone. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Seahawks, they've got to look towards the end zone. Walker now from the gun. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
So sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake, Darnold. Barner with the grab. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They give up the gut to Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but he's going to go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Darnold looking to throw. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
Panthers 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Trevor Etienne to return this. He dodged the tackle, and this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. It is caught left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. There's the give to Dowdle. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Now he's going to throw it. 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing here, Darnold. It's caught, Garner. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds his fullback. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. And again, it's Darnold. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Line up the design keeper. And just a yard here before this play goes out. It's 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he gets him around 6 there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. They'll motion him out of the backfield. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Seahawks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Now an inside give to Walker. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
2nd down, Walker's going to get it again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air on 3rd and long. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hubbard with a return here. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're down 13-3 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap now to Young. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Out of the gun, Young. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Shotgun give now to Darrell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Young. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now it's Young. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to work it to the 20. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Running for it here with Hubbard. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Young hangs onto it. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
They go heavy on this first and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Dowdle. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second. But it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Dowdle again. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers reduce the lead to just 4. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game.
Panthers 10.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Here's Walker running right. Hits a seam at the 40. And he gets this down to the 38. They get 37 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First and 10, Darnold. Now set up the screen. It's Shaheed. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
So it looks like it'll be second and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium, though. Stick around. Just a yard left to go on second down. Darnold now to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled for no gain.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 9 yards.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Seahawks.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got 3 tight ends on this first and goal, thinking run or play action. Now Darnold on to play action. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
Second and goal.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal. The quick pass out wide. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and goal, they need 3 yards here. From the gun, Darnold. Caught out wide. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
20. Panthers 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Hubbard with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Trumbull with the grab. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches. Young working from the gun. All in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down from the 42. Back to throw. Here's Young. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Young again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Carolina.
Shaheed now to return. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So as we get set to begin the 3rd quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Walker off his own read. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. You've got 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Finds the in route complete. And he gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Walker on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Running with Walker again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1. And now they're left with 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
kick the running back in motion. Throwing is Darnold on third down. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. This spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The Panthers set to take the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle. A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Brought in right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. To the air on 3rd and long. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Carolina in punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he gets it away from his end zone. Still has some space up near midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Seahawks offense running out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 now from the 46. Running is Walker. Space on the right. He's got room. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
The Seahawks keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
Panthers 10.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is ETN. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Carolina offense headed out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the puncher, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drawn starts with an option, right side. Cuts it to the right sideline. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. Now Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That one's cut along the left sideline. So he's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a pickup of 26. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll try and run this. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The inside give to Dowdle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
24-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Hits his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run for Dowdle. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Young to throw here on 3rd. He's making a bid for it. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Bryce Young touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking 1st down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10.
Panthers 17. Ryan Fitzgerald.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Shaheed now to return. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Darnold. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's the give to Dowdle. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
For a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd down now. They need 7. Handoff running left. Walker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
From the gun, Darnold. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the 1st. Now we've got a challenge. Dave Canales not happy with that last call.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Third and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They motion the tight end over. First and goal. Here's Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Darnold now to throw. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a three-possession lead.
34, Panthers 17.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is ETN. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Young working from the gun. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Shotgun give now to Dowell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. To the air on first down. Young. Short pass brought in. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Young on first and 10. Throw left side, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
At the 29-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
It's Young to throw here on first. Connection made to Tremble. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Just a yard left to go on second down. They'll go with Dowdle on a run. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Young on first and 10. Looking for somewhere to throw. He built up this one off to his running back, complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Zone read, they'll give it to Hubbard. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player. As they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. All right, 2 yards to go here on third down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Ends out on the bootleg. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Needing 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Young to the end zone, but incomplete. That play's going to force 3rd and goal.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
Touchdown or bust for them here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get it back to within 2 possessions. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 10.
Seahawks 34, Panthers 24.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Here's White on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And they're already up by 2 scores, Bronk, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Donald. It's caught. Barner. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Play fake. Donald. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. And now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Donald with it on 3rd and short. Oh, he puts some air under this one, right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was 1 hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Punting unit out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Punt team on the field. He dodged the tackle. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside. You know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's a design run. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Myers' kick is good, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. The touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is ETN. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First call here coming from the shotgun. Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got a man left. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Panthers first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Rolling into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's second down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. From the pistol, it's Young. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. To throw. Here's Young. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Desperation time here on fourth. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. How about 19 yards on fourth down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Again, it's Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now within one score in the fourth. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers get it back to within 6.
37. Panthers 31.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here's White on the return. Things going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
At the 42-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Sign quarterback run here. And they find them after just a yard, and it's 3rd down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He'll throw it. It's complete. Play made by Cup. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Second and 6 coming up here. Walker running to the right. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Seahawks up by 6. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. That's taken in by Cup. And he gets the Seahawks 1st down, Brock, and that should finish off this win for him.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Line up the design keeper. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Charlotte.